They say failure is a powerful teacher, and sometimes the most important safety lessons, well, they aren't found in a manual. They're learned from the twisted metal and the wreckage of a real-life disaster. So today, we're going to dissect one of those catastrophic failures to uncover the critical knowledge we all need to prevent it from ever happening again.
And this brings us to a really critical question, one I want you to keep in the back of your mind as we go through this. Could this happen where you work? Seriously, this isn't just a hypothetical question. It's a vital reality check that could literally save lives. So, to really understand what's at stake here, let's picture it. It's a resin plant on what seems like a completely ordinary December day. You've got the usual sounds of machinery, the normal routine of the shift. Everything seems totally fine. But unseen, a silent and deadly pressure is building, ticking like a time bomb towards a devastating outcome. The incident we're going to be looking at is the explosion at the Yankin Majestic plant. By really deconstructing what went wrong here, we can shine a bright light on the kinds of hidden risks that might be lurking in any industrial setting, maybe even your own. Just look at how fast this all happened. At 11:30 a.m., it's business as usual, but only 45 minutes later, the pressure starts to climb, silently. By 12:45, the one safety device that's supposed to stop this fails. And then, in a terrifyingly short 7 minutes, a massive explosion. And hey, don't let that term low pressure fool you. These events can be incredibly destructive. This timeline is just a chilling reminder of how quickly a normal day can completely fall apart. So, what was this critical device that failed? It's called a pressure relief device, or a PRD. The easiest way to think of it is like the safety valve on a pressure cooker at home. Its entire job is to open up and vent excess pressure before something catastrophic happens. It's a pretty simple concept, really, but it's one of the most vital pieces of safety equipment in any facility. So, after the dust settles, the big question isn't just what happened, but why. The investigators show up, they start sifting through all the debris, looking for any clue they can find to piece together that chain of events that led to this disaster. And what the U.S. Chemical Safety Board found was, well, it wasn't a single freak accident. What they uncovered was a cascade of failures. It was a domino effect, where one mistake triggered another, and the whole thing started from a single poorly maintained safety valve. So the first domino to fall, a major technical error. The safety valve was set completely wrong. I mean, this thing was destined to fail from the moment it was installed. It was basically a disaster just waiting to happen. And it actually gets worse. Not only were the settings wrong, but the device was also way overdue for its inspection. See, this wasn't just a one-off mistake, it was a systemic breakdown. The very processes that are designed to catch these kinds of errors had failed, leaving the entire facility wide open to danger. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second. Let's move from the specifics of this one incident because, and this is the important part, the failures that happened there, they are not unique. They represent universal risks that you can find in facilities all over the world. This table right here makes the connection crystal clear. An overdue inspection. That's not just a missed deadline. It's a huge symptom of poor maintenance. Staff not knowing about new standards? That points directly to inadequate training. And missing logs? Well, that's a classic sign of improper documentation. See? These aren't isolated problems. They're giant warning signs of much bigger systemic risks. So, how in the world do we fight these systemic risks? The answer is a fundamental shift in how we think, moving from a culture of reaction to a culture of prevention. It's all about building a safety culture that is always looking ahead, not just looking in the rearview mirror. And the difference is it's stark. A reactive culture cleans up the mess after failure and, let's be honest, often views safety measures as just another cost. But a proactive culture, it sees safety as a core investment in its people, its equipment, and its future. It actively hunts for risks before they can ever become incidents. And let's never, ever forget why this is so critical. Behind every single safety statistic, there is a human story. These aren't just industrial accidents. They are tragedies that devastate families and communities. This is why we have to be proactive. Okay, with that human cost fresh in our minds, let's get practical. How can you apply these lessons right now, today? Here's a simple, actionable checklist to help you start building a proactive safety culture where you work. All right, this starts with the basics. Step 1, regular inspections of your PRDs. This is completely non-negotiable. Step 2, you have to adhere to current standards. Standards evolve for a reason, you know? Staying up to date is crucial. Step 3, meticulous documentation. You've heard the saying, if it isn't written down, it didn't happen. It's so true here. And finally, step 4, verified staff competence. Make sure your team has the training and the knowledge they actually need. These 4 steps, they're the foundation of a proactive safety culture.
Now, if you're serious about digging deeper into safety, these resources are absolutely essential. The reports from the U.S. Chemical Safety Board are just a masterclass in forensic engineering. And the ASME boiler and pressure vessel code, well, that's the gold standard. I highly recommend you dig into them. So we'll end with a challenge, because knowledge without action is, frankly, useless. So what is the one safety check, the one simple question you will take from this and share with your team this week? Start that conversation. Make a small change. That's how we build a safer future, together. Thanks for joining me.